This is a T-38 Talon. It is 46 feet long and it has a wingspan of 25 feet. It's made of steel and aluminum, and with a full tank of gas, it weighs almost 12,000 pounds. And yet, it can do this. I cannot do that. And I do not weigh 12,000 pounds. Thank you very much. Folks up at Vance Air Force Base know a thing or two about airplanes.
We attain basically a 2-point attitude so that nose comes off the ground.
We got a little bit of a flap deflection in there to change the camber.
Lift.
Lift. When you get right down to it, that is how airplanes fly. Lift. Lift is a mechanical force created as the airplane moves through the air. I want to take a closer look at this lift thing. It's very complicated. There's a lot going on there. Factors like temperature, wind speed, elevation, and humidity all have an effect on it. Really, it's all about what happens as air rushes past the airplane and the wings. That brings us to this guy, Isaac Newton. You've heard of him. He's the apple fell on his head guy.
Interesting.
He was the first person to mathematically define gravity, and his laws of motion are the foundation of pretty much everything in physics. They're the reason we can have nice things. Newton's third law plays a big part in explaining how airplanes produce lift. Here it is. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. In other words, if object A exerts a force on object B, then object B also exerts an equal and opposite force on object A. Take this balloon. When I let it go, the balloon pushes the air out that way, and the air pushes back on the balloon that way. Equal and opposite. Most of the lift that airplanes create comes from the wings. Notice the shape of the wings? It's designed to deflect air down as it's moving forward. The wing exerts a downward force on the air as the plane moves forward. That's the action. The reaction is air pushing back against the wing in the opposite direction, up. That's lift. The wing pushes air downward and the air pushes the wing upwards. Need more lift? Well, equal and opposite. If the wing pushes air downward with more force, it will push the plane back up with more force. A plane can create more lift by going faster down the runway or by adjusting the shape of the wings. That's what these are for. They're called flaps, or high coefficient of lift devices. By lowering these, the shape of the wing changes and it can push more air down. More air down means more force up. Using these things means that the plane can create more lift at slower speeds. That's why they use them at takeoff and landing. But there's more than that going on. The shape of the wing causes air to move faster over the top of the wing. Air moving at different speeds will have different pressures. Daniel Bernoulli actually discovered this principle.
Well, hello.
The faster air is flowing, the lower the pressure of that air. That allows the higher pressure underneath the wing to push it up. The lower pressure air above the wing also gets pushed down by the higher pressure air above it. That adds to the overall effect of the wing deflecting air downward, which then pushes back up on the wing. Like I said, there's a lot going on. So really, both of these guys discovered some important stuff. And that important stuff has led to us having cool stuff, like this. Daniel Bernoulli actually discovered this principle.